my name is McKenna. I'm a small business owner here in the Pacific Northwest, and I own and run the small business Palm Creative out of this pink little studio. And I'd like to take you guys along with me for weekly studio vlogs, market vlogs, and additional small business content. Today is a market vlog. So this weekend we are doing U District Street Fair. So let's get into what is to come. Saturday and happy market weekend. Today is the first day of U District Street Fair. We did this last year and it was my first very successful market. It's also one of the busiest events that I do. It's a huge event. So I'm very excited. There's also a lot of Spokane people that are going to be coming over for this event and are vendors that I really love, and I'm excited to see them on this side of the state. I feel like it's strange because I always see them on their side. So it should be super fun. I have some friends showing up this weekend too to come check out the booth and say hi. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Eli just packed the van, so it's ready to go. I need to get a few more things together and then we're going to head out and get set up. The weather today, we'll see. I woke up and it was like blue skies. Now it's getting kind of hazy and it's supposed to rain all day. I hope it's just light rain. I hope it's not. Last year we had a downpour, like a literal downpour. So I'm hoping that is not the case today because it was miserable. And I don't want that to happen again. So we'll see, but we are prepared, we're ready to go, and hopefully we'll have a really good day. I'm gonna be in green zone, so they give you like all this info for load in, and I think I might be in the same spot I was last year. I did ask for it, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited. I am very curious too if I'm going to do better or the same, hopefully not worse than last year. It's hard because I don't love comparing numbers because it just makes me anxious the whole weekend. So maybe we'll compare after the fact and see where we come in at. So we are starting this weekend off at 2831. So we'll see where we end up. A dream. Can you imagine if we got to 3,000? That's pretty ambitious, but let's just dream. I'm very excited, and I honestly, it's one of those markets that's just, it's not even like a market, it's a street fair. There's so much that there's a ton of food, there's music, so many vendors, so many events. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one. So I'm gonna get my stuff together and then we will head on out and go set up for U District Street Fair. Ooh, so excited. So we are all set up. It just started raining, so thankfully all setup was dry, no problems. Oh, but there is some pooling of water in front of our booth, so I might need to fix that. But everything looks so good, and hopefully it's a good day and the rain doesn't get too bad, but we shall see. We have a while before it starts, but at least we're ready in case people walk by early. And we've made over booth by like $200. We love that. So it's going good. It's still kind of been rainy off and on, but it's been pretty busy. So far no like best sellers. Everything's kind of selling equally. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Okay friends, the music is so stinking loud, but it's almost 7 o'clock, which means we're gonna break everything down. We're keeping the furniture and the tent here overnight, so hopefully everything's fine. But we're gonna at least get all of... Sorry, there's been dripping and I don't know where the hole is in the tent because like I don't see a hole. Anyway, we're gonna take all the inventory home with us. But it's pouring rain. I hope tomorrow is better because it is freezing. I'm freezing right now. But it's been so good. It's been a really good day. So I can't wait to talk more about it and warm up at home. Hello friends, and happy Sunday and day 2 of U District Street Fair. So yesterday was amazing besides the rain. Obviously I will take rain over wind any day. Windy days are just like miserable. I personally just rather be wet. So it was really rainy. It downpoured at the end, so I didn't really film anything for loadout because it was just pouring. And I just was like, let's get out of here. And so this morning we are going to take everything back. A lot of people did leave stuff overnight in their tents. I don't know, I'm personally just really nervous about leaving inventory overnight anywhere unless it's like a locked building. That's the only time I'll feel comfortable. But when it's like outdoors, there is security, but like, you know, stuff can happen really fast. So personally, I didn't. I did leave my furniture in the tent. So hopefully everything's fine with that. It's always a little nerve-wracking to come back and find anything that might be wrong. So hopefully everything's good. Yesterday went really well, even with the rain. I think it was very comparable to last year. I think sales we did a little bit more, but it was like by, I don't know, like $100. So not bad, especially for how bad the weather was. Today is not supposed to be, like it might rain a little, but it's not supposed to be rainy, just cloudy. And so I'm hoping, because last year Sunday was a lot busier, that today will also be a lot busier. I'm bringing some more lids and straws and more tissue paper in bags because we were running low. And then I'm going to double check everything else. I brought some more candles too because we started selling some book candles. And yeah, it's feeling really good. I also had a wholesale order last night, so that was great. Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I definitely, though, these kind of markets just drain you. Like last night I was 1, frozen, 2, exhausted. So I'm glad to be feeling a little better this morning, but my body definitely is like pretty tired. So we'll push through. I'm gonna get the last few things rounded up, and then we're gonna head over, unload, get the tent set back up. We're going a little bit later than we did yesterday since it's just inventory that we need to put up. And then yeah, we'll have another market day. But it was fun. I got to see a lot of people. There's a lot of Spokane small businesses that I am friends with that decided to try this one for the first time, and then there's just a lot of people I know from other events, so it was really fun to see everybody. I'm hoping, if all goes well, I'll do a little filming of everyone's booths. Fingers crossed. It gets really busy, and I at one point was so overstimulated because it was a good thing, but we had so many people in the booth and it was a lot of small transactions that just kind of kept going. And so luckily I did take a little lunch break and went for a walk and talked to people, but it did start downpouring, so that was not so fun. But yeah, I'm excited. So let's get into day 2 of U District Street Fair. I'm so excited. Okay, so it's 9:44 and we're all set up. It looks just as good as yesterday. There was some water problems, so the rug is disgusting. Everything else looks like it's okay. Eli waterproofed everything last week, and so the Ivors look really good. The only thing that I'm a little worried about is the checkout stand. We did not waterproof that because I was going to do the logo, and it's pretty wet, but I think if we just dry it out, it should be okay. We did bring the pegboard home with us last night because I didn't want it to warp. Last year we left it on the counter, so we had like a tabletop one, and it warped. So, but yeah, there was a river through here. If you can see how dirty it is. But everything looks good. This is what we have left of our mystery stuff. I forgot we had a couple more in the car, so we added them there. And then we moved stuff around a little bit up here. But everything else is pretty much the same. So it doesn't start for another hour. I think we're gonna get some coffee, hopefully. I'm gonna get some coffee. And then I have some friends showing up later, so it should be a good day. There's Eli creeping by.
Okay guys, it's really loud, so I don't know if you can even hear me, but we have about half an hour, like 40 minutes left, and it got so busy that I could not film, but we're only 4 sales away from reaching 3,000 sales ever, so it feels pretty crazy. Eli, how do you feel?
I'm feeling great.
It's been really good, but it's been so busy, so I'm excited to go home.
Had like some lights. Oh yeah, wait. Let's go. Yeah. Oh my god, I feel so cool. Oh my god, I'm so honored. I'm so honored. I'm so glad it was you. I was like, I hope they just get one more second. One more sale. I'm here. I'm here. Weave. I'd do anything for you. I got you.
Okay, wait. Shout out your business.
Oh my gosh, I'm EJJ Studios. My name is Emma. I make ceramics. They're very cute. Oh yes, this is Joe. Love Joe.
Love
He's the
Joe.
greatest. Love him. He's so cute.
Thank you so much. Okay guys, it is 6:07, so the event is done. So we'll start packing up soon. People are leaving though and still coming into the booth. So hopefully maybe we'll get another sale. But I had my last 2 sales of the day. So happy with how it went today. It went better than I anticipated. Yay! Hello friends, happy Monday and welcome back to the studio. Last night I was way too tired to do an outro and talk about the overall experience at U District, and so I was like, morning time, let's do it. So yeah, U District was amazing. Obviously Saturday was less busy because of all the rain. Literally it felt like an exact copy of last year, and it was very interesting to kind of see the differences between just like my confidence in my business as well as running the booth and getting it set up versus last year. It was a really big, this was the biggest, I mean, I think it's my biggest event of the year. It's very well attended, it's very, very busy, and it's 2 days, and it's in U District, so it's a very busy, populated area. And I feel like, yeah, it feels like honestly it was like kind of the same thing where last year pouring rain, Saturday was like good but not great. It was really, really rainy and people left because it was so bad. But I feel like this year actually was worse because it wasn't like Seattle rain where it's just kind of, you know, drizzling and a little bit misty or even just like a light rain. This was like a downpour at one point. The water that came through the booth was insane. When we came in on Sunday, it was just like very obvious where the river was, and so that was a little stressful. Luckily we did waterproof a lot of stuff before this event because I was very nervous about bringing the ivers, but we did seal them all and they did hold up and they didn't look warped, so hopefully that stays true. It was very nerve-wracking though, and I was so nervous. But Sunday was crazy. It was so well attended. It was just like constant customers, and then we have a little break and then it'd be another line. It was great. There was no real issues. We didn't have any issues with leaving stuff overnight. I know I saw further down, I think some tents got tagged, but it is just kind of the nature of the area. And last year one of my friends, her tent got tagged, and so luckily no tags happened and we stayed pretty safe. I don't think there was any big issues. You know, there's always some weird people that come through your booth because it is such a big event. I did have one woman try not to pay the full amount, and she kept being like, well, I have this much, and I was like, well, that's not enough. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know. It was just very funny to me. I was just like, I don't know what you're trying to say, because it's still the same amount. You giving me less money isn't going to make me happy. So that was the only one, and that's the first time that's actually happened where someone was just like, I've had it happen before, but not to the point where she just kept bringing out like an extra coin, and I was like, girl, you still owe me like $1. Like, I was just like, I don't know what to do. And she had the money. It was so strange. She had like a 20, but then she wouldn't give me the 20 to break. She just wanted to get rid of these dollars, but it was like not enough. And then finally she's like, I'll use a card, and I was like, I can break your 20. I don't know, whatever. It was just so strange. It was just a very awkward interaction for like a long time. But yeah, otherwise so good. I had a couple people come through that said they watched the vlog, so if that was you, hi, and thank you for stopping by. I got so many goodies too. It was really fun. I usually don't end up doing a ton of shopping because I'm too busy, or I just, you know, I don't know. I always want to buy stuff, but then I'm like, do I really need it? I don't know. And for some reason I just felt like buying things yesterday. So I got some cute stuff and I'm very happy with them. And I got to see Spokane people, which was so fun. I did want to do more content of filming booths, but it was so packed and it was so busy. And I ended up on Sunday, I had a group of my best friends come down. We did a walk. And it took forever. I didn't realize how big this event was. It is blocks and blocks and blocks. And last year I barely made it 2 blocks up, so that was really fun to see it all and get to experience it a little bit. I had Eli run the booth, but yeah. And then as far as like the main question of how I did, so I was a little nervous because of Saturday. We did about the same that we did last year, but it was the definite like last 2 hours of Saturday. A lot of people left because the rain was just pelting down. It wasn't like you could just like lightly walk through rain. It was pelting down. So that wasn't fun. And then yeah, so it was just like we lost, you know, those couple hours of customers. So that wasn't fun. But Sunday obviously went so well. It was beautiful out. It was really nice. And we did amazing. So I kid you not, just like Crafty Wonderland, I made the exact same amount, like give or take like $10. It was pretty funny, like as well as like sales wise, like the number of sales we had, it was crazy. But also the most exciting thing that happened is that I had my my 3,000, I was supposed to say 100 because I was thinking of last year. This is so crazy, you guys. I had my 3,000th sale, which feels insane. Like, last year I hadn't even reached 1,000 sales. Like, how crazy is that? So it definitely was a very exciting feeling, and it was actually one of my vendor friends who owns a pottery shop, as you saw in the vlog, did a little shout out. You should definitely go check her out. Her stuff is so cute. But it was exciting because it was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just hit this big milestone like at an event. Sometimes it happens at home, and sometimes it's like someone bought a straw and it's not as thrilling as someone buying like an item that you made, and it felt very special. So I'm very, very excited that that happened, and it's very mind-boggling. I also was looking at my numbers, and I kid you not, to my like year-to-date amount is already half of what I made last year, which feels very scary and exciting and mind-boggling. There's been a lot of upfront costs for a lot of things I'm doing, so it doesn't feel like I have been making that much, and so it feels very, very odd. But now stuff is rolling in and I'm planning a little bit better and figuring things out, so it feels very exciting. But now I'm gonna plug in the counter and we will wrap up this vlog, because I actually am gonna be heading out and hanging out with some friends today, and so I gotta get myself together. But let's plug this in and watch the counter together because I'm so excited.
So we are now at 3,004 total sales. I cannot believe it, you guys. Like, this year has been insane, and it makes me feel like all this hard work is finally paying off, and I feel so grateful to everyone that has shopped with me online, supported me, commented, anything, or shopped in person. It's been insane. So I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me on another vendor market weekend. Obviously next will be a studio vlog. We love that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys all next time.